Travis, how have you been, man? I haven't seen you in a
I've
while.
I've been doing good.
Is this a new
Uh
episode?
yeah, it's a new episode. It's a new episode.
Oh,
Welcome to
hey,
the month of May.
everybody. This is Give Us the Launch Codes. I'm Tom.
I'm Travis, but I think you said that already.
I know I did. But it's a new episode. And before we dive into it, remember, folks, real quick, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, the platform formerly known as Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, RSS, and YouTube. So you can look at our beautiful faces instead of listening to our silky smooth voices. Please follow, subscribe, click, support, all that jazz, because Patreon too. And after this episode, you can go on to a new Patreon exclusive. But first, I have something funny to tell you that happened at my job.
Oh, what happened?
Okay, so the job I work at, like you know, I stock shelves and all that stuff. We sell a specific item out of all the other items, but we sell the brand. You ever heard of Lee's coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like super concentrated coffee. Like basically, this is like the cocaine crack of coffee. Like it's amazing.
Hmm.
But it's a Vietnamese coffee, by the way. So we had it. We were out of it for about a week, and obviously our regulars were like, "Yo, where is it? Where is it?" I'm like, "I know, we need it. Holy crap!" So finally, we got almost 2,000 units in two big pallets, right? So I'm in the freezer. I had to stock 2 doors worth. So just to keep in mind, we usually give a door to just one item. So one item gets a door at a time. We put so much out, it was 2 doors full, over 300 units I stocked, right? And
Hmm.
me and my buddy, me and my coworker did. So Jesus. So we're stocking it, right? And I finally fill it up like it's like 300 units stocked high, fat and wide, right?
Yeah.
My manager walks by. Shout out to you, Mike. And he's all like, "Oh, hey, good, it's in here, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "Hey, Mike." Like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hey, China may have their wall, but we got ours." And he just started laughing his ass off. We probably, I think, sold out of all of that, by the way, in one day.
Uh,
It's so people buy that like crazy. I hear it's like addicting. Like you can't just drink it straight. You have to mix it. Like it's that
mhm.
concentrated, I've heard. But
That
anyway,
that that's the wall the president has been talking about the whole time. God, do you
yeah.
miss when Trump would talk about building the wall on the border? Can
Oh
you,
yeah. You know what's funny, by the way? You know that Arnold Schwarzenegger said it first, right? You remember that
that
when he
doesn't
was
surprise
governor?
me.
But
That
when people
Yeah.
go, it was the thing about that whole thing that made me laugh is like, one, people were buying into it when Trump did it, but two, I'm like, did the entire country forget Arnold Schwarzenegger as governor? Because I remember him talking about a wall, and that was just for California.
Did the entire country forget? Yes.
There's a
Yes, we
time, you know what? Maybe
did.
that's like the whole thing about not just this episode, but the overall state of the USA mentality. Did the country forget again? Yeah, yeah, they forgot again.
We're here. We wanted to talk about. Well, we wanted to talk about sort of the fallout from the or the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I wanted to open with I felt like giving in a because I think this kind of ties in. I wanted to start with a bit of an apology for those of you who have listened to us as far back as since Charlie Kirk was murdered, at least. First of all, thank you for listening to us that long. Um, you might remember me getting like alarmist about how that was going to play out. I opened quite dramatically with the story of how Crystal Knot happened because I was seeing some parallels and thinking like, is the American Crystal Knot coming?
Yeah.
Well, thankfully I was wrong because it turns out the MAGA Christian nationalist, white Christian nationalist right in America is not nearly as organized or as militant as the Nazis were. Way too obsessed about their self-image rather than actually carrying out an agenda that they don't even know like what that is. So I'm thankful for that my my rambles bordering on tears did not amount to anything. I bring that up because I wanted to talk about why that was. I wanted to talk about and how that, and I think it ties into kind of the reaction to the White House Correspondents' Dinner attempted shooting. Um, because like for a brief moment, everyone was like, "Hey, you can't say like the tiniest bit of criticism of Charlie Kirk. You can't like." it's you like not even like, oh, he deserved to die. No, like you couldn't even say the words like, uh, I didn't think he was that great of a guy. Sorry, I didn't think he left a net positive on the world. I didn't like you couldn't even say that without risking losing your job because the right was trying to like dox everybody and get you fired and all of that. And then that stopped. And
Well,
there are some signs that this whole hysteria over Charlie Kirk's death wasn't gonna last. There was that elder TikTok guy that do you remember that video of like do you remember the
which
video of the
one? What?
guy it was a guy, he goes by the TikTok handle Elder TikTok because he's Mormon. He was at the event. He was at the event, and then right after Charlie Kirk gets shot, he goes on TikTok. He's like, guys, this is not a drill. Charlie Kirk has just been shot. This is not a drill. Be sure to like and subscribe. It was the like it was so freaking tone deaf. And he's acting like, oh, this crazy thing just happened. By the way, self promotion. You know what he did right after that? He tried
What?
to steal merchandise,
Oh,
TPUSA
that was him.
merchandise
That's
that
right.
was soaked in Charlie's blood, and he got arrested for it. So that was like the first sign of like, okay, none of this is serious. None of this whole political movement is not serious. To me, the final straw was at the mini convention that they called a memorial service for Charlie Kirk. Erica Kirk walks out in WWE fireworks.
Yeah, no. And I like how for that one the cover was, well, Charlie loves sparklers, so that's why they did it. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a memorial. It's not
That
a
was the excuse?
yeah, because that the thing is, Charlie Kirk always said he liked to come out to sparklers, and that's why he always came out to those in any event when they were big. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, but it's a funeral. Like the dude, I guarantee you, he would have said that's in poor taste. Like, there's no way.
Well,
And then
even if he didn't, this
it
was,
still is.
like I said, like I implied, it was a fake memorial service. What
Oh,
this
you want to know
really
how fake it
was,
was? By the way, sorry, before we move on,
yeah.
you know how really fake it was? Remember that old dude who was walking around with a cross on his back the entire time?
And the cross had wheels on
Yep.
it, so he
Yeah.
wasn't actually dragging it.
No, he and it also too, it's like this. Oh, okay, how light is that, by the way?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, no.
Yeah, Jesus had some training wheels for assistance while he was getting his crucifix up.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
a lot of pats on the back too during that walk. Fucking hell.
Dope cry. Yeah, that was like some Comic-Con shit
That was
where
all
it's like,
Comic-Con.
whoa, dude, nice cosplay,
Also,
bro.
too, you know what's crazy? The first like 3 hours was a Coachella festival. It was just music for like 3 hours.
Wasn't that like it was televised nationally, right? Like on at
I
least
think
one of the major music networks.
well, obviously Fox News, but I think a couple others, and this was before the whole CBS takeover, by the way. So a
Hmm.
couple of news organizations were like doing it live, but it was mostly all on YouTube, like the TPUSA and Charlie Kirk's channel,
Hmm.
and Fox News as well. But it was like you look at it and you're just kind of like, I guarantee you, okay, because they made the comparison when MLK was killed. I'm like, this was not how it was done.
No.
They didn't have, the well-known black artists like and musicians playing for 3 hours before they talked about. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, and yeah, and also MLK was not treated as a front for like one of the
Money.
two major political parties. He wasn't that popular.
Plus, it's just a
Uh,
grift for money. I mean,
oh,
look,
it's yeah,
don't and also too like people were like, oh yeah, that following Sunday, church attendance across the country skyrocketed. Yeah, look what happened next weekend, and then the weekend after that, and then now.
yeah, it's yeah,
I'll say this, if it takes a guy getting killed to go to church, that's sad. That's on
yeah.
you. That's a you problem. You just go to if you're gonna go to church, you just go. You don't wait for someone to die.
Yeah, yeah, and they're trying to whitewash Charlie as like, some sort of Christian figure.
He was just selling it. Here's the thing.
Think
He
it was like
wasn't
a prophet in the Mormon tradition.
and then for me to me he wasn't like this like, oh, he's this evil piece of shit. No, to me he was just a good he was just a car salesman. That's all he was in my eyes, just a dude selling a product. That product was Republican voting.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and the whole thing about the oh geez. My darn microphone went a little haywire. Okay. The whole thing with the um
Mhm.
where this is, sparklers or whatever, and like, see, I didn't even know that was like Charlie likes sparklers. He always come back. I didn't know that was a thing because I'm not a TPUSA fan. I haven't drunk that kind of Kool-Aid. So
Oh, well,
I'm
I'm not either.
because
I
I
just
am a normal person. And me and the rest of normal America saw that image of Erica Kirk coming out in an event that was using Charlie Kirk's corpse metaphorically as a promotional tool to
yeah,
try to expand the TPUSA movement, to take it to capitalize on the immediate sympathy of
a
watching a
widow.
man being murdered. Um, and and everyone else is like, this looks silly. This
It
whole
is.
like fireworks thing. That
It
this
is.
this looks irreverent. This looks in
They
bad
did it in
taste.
Cardinals Stadium for the NFL. They did it in the
Yeah, yeah.
NFL team, the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals. And
Yeah,
it
on a
was,
day when everyone else was watching football too.
yeah. Again, hey, again, kind of like their halftime show when everyone's watching football.
Oh God, I mean, we'll get to that, but like, it conveyed this idea, and this is kind of the bottom line of, all right, if they're not taking this seriously, why should I take this seriously? Why
Yeah.
should I feel like I have to keep my trap shut about how I feel about this very
Wait, because
controversial,
yeah,
incendiary political figure? Why
getting
why
murdered.
should I have to feign reverence when they're not?
Because remember, you and
Uh,
I did. I woke up from my nap and I texted you and called you, and we are like, "Holy crap! I know this is insane." And you told me, "Tom, sorry, I have to edit our previous episode now."
yeah,
You told me
yeah,
like
yeah, I did.
you spent the whole
Yeah,
weekend re-editing an episode because you're like, no, this is like bad and big. We have to show respect. Sorry, Tom, I gotta edit it. I'm like, no, you're right. Edit it. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
you're
because it was gonna come out later, and it was gonna come out weird.
the Tuesday after, and we're
Yeah,
like, this is
it's
and
like,
you
oh,
said
we're
it.
talking about Charlie Kirk as if he was still alive when he
Yeah.
wasn't, and that just, yeah.
And you said it was distasteful. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Let's do it. And we'll do another episode on Charlie Kirk himself the following week. And what happened in not even the Tuesday of releasing the re-edited episode, we're like this. The first, because here's the thing. You say, okay, you said the nail in the coffin for you of showing how silly how they don't care, if you don't care, why should I, was the memorial service.
Hmm.
For me, it was finding out within the 5 days that TPUSA employees were hiding footage for no reason and admitting it.
Hmm.
We took footage and never gave it to the police. And when they were asked about it, the what would be the CFO or the COO, whoever the second in command is, basically,
Hmm.
when he was asked, why did we do that? Why haven't we give it to the authorities? We have footage of you guys, which are taking memory cartridges off all the cameras, hiding it in your hats, and leaving the event like quickly. Why didn't you give it to the authorities? The guy never answered the question. He just moved on. So it's like, okay, so if there's something right then alone, and here's the thing,
Yeah.
it's like the George Carlin line. You don't need an official conspiracy to believe something's wrong. That right there is just like, yo, what the fuck's going on here, guys? And guess what launched it? Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk's buddy, has been on a 6 month campaign of like F Erica Kirk. They killed my best friend. She's in charge of it.
Yeah, yeah, she Candace Owens basically ruined everything. She destroyed the illusion that there was some sort of unified front
Of
that the
conservatives.
Republican in that was forming in reaction to the death of Charlie, that this is going to be the rise of the right,
And
the
no,
takeover of America is going to happen. And Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, to a lesser extent, kind of ruined all that, mostly with the conspiracy theories on Candace Owens' end about Erica Kirk and TPUSA.
and the IDF.
Also,
It was all
yeah,
BS.
yeah. Well, yeah, and then she led that into a way to spill her anti-Semitism disguised as anti-Israel
And
advocacy.
and
Same
apparently
thing with
she's
Tucker
made,
Carlson.
and someone did the math. Apparently she's made millions off of just this alone.
Oh
This
yeah, she's
alone.
huge.
Because
Which
of
is
this. Because of
very
no, no, I'm saying
worrisome.
because of this. No, no, not that she's huge. Because of this storyline she's going with, just involving Charlie Kirk alone and his assassination. Someone did the math. She has made millions. Erica Kirk has even said it. Like it's like, then why aren't you suing her? Oh, there's a reason why. You're gonna sue that. You're gonna sue a YouTube comedian for doing whiteface, as Erica was saying angrily, but you're not going to sue the lady who was working with you guys for so many years and did literal tours of America with your husband, your ex-husband, but you won't sue her. You won't do a defamation suit, but you'll do it on comedians. Girl, like, how can we take that seriously right there?
Yeah, and just sort of I think the epilogue to the final nail, the extra nail that wasn't necessary, but they hammered it themselves anyway, was that all-American halftime show
Yes,
where, oh no, a Spanish-speaking Puerto Rican is doing the halftime show. They
who's
wanted to,
American?
they want who's American because Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico's American. Yeah.
uh they wanted to create this idea that that was somehow not representative
Of
of
America.
what real Americans want. So they do this fake halftime show that aired
Pre-recorded. Pre-recorded.
pre-recorded.
I
They won't
heard there
tell you
was
that, but it's
I
pre-recorded.
I heard it was 11 takes in total.
Yeah, and like and the friggin' Kid Rock accidentally like kind of implied it because he said there was a rough cut, and it's like there's no rough cuts in live streaming, dude. That's
There's actually, oh no, no, Travis, there's no rough cuts in concerts. I've seen a lot of concert footage growing up, from Zeppelin to Woodstock to Talking Heads to the Beatles to Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and even currently like the Killers and the National, and even Greta Van Fleet. There's only one, the concert, when you go do concert footage, it's one take. And if you either
yeah.
get it or you don't. And guess why? That's why they do multiple days at concert footages.
Yes.
It's not just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, if there's like a concert you're going to and they're there at that venue for at least 2 days, it's because they're filming a concert
yeah,
movie.
Martin Scorsese took days filming the band's final performance because it was over 2 or 3 days.
Hmm.
Like that's Martin Scorsese, by the way, the guy who does a lot of takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he only got one. So it's like, and the fact that they did 11 takes, apparently it's
Yes.
alluded that Kid Rock was lip syncing.
Yep.
It went longer than the 30-minute halftime allotment, so you actually would miss the game if you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's like yeah, so right there, like it just shows how fucking clueless they were.
And it was like
Um
what, 100
it's like they
people in the
just lost the
audience?
plot. It's like,
Yeah, it was
okay,
funny.
like is this supposed if it's a true alternative to the halftime show, you got to get the football audience back to the football as soon as possible.
Also, too, you
Um,
don't do Kid Rock if you're doing All American. I'm surprised Lainey Wilson wasn't there. Who's the big heavyset guy? Marshmello,
Jelly Roll?
Jelly
No, but
Roll.
that's a DJ.
Oh, sorry, Jelly Roll. Sorry,
Jelly
sorry,
Roll.
but still, big name conservative artists that are outspoken. They couldn't get any of them. They got Kid Rock and three discounts.
Yeah,
People,
well,
and by the way, country fans said, I don't even know their names. The country fans I know have said the three people who were picked besides Kid Rock are discount. They're openers. They're
yeah,
not
they're like
headline.
C-list stars, they're and yeah, yeah, it was like yeah, that alone was like, oh, you couldn't get like
Brian
yeah,
Wilson.
because I mean, it's already unfortunate that country music in general is considered like a haven for, white conservative culture.
Oh,
It shows how
I
much.
was gonna say discount watered down rock and roll, but okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, but we're talking about the politics of it, like specifically white conservative culture
Yeah, it's mostly
that
just a country, even though
it's like
there's
they couldn't get like a big name artist in that realm from Nashville, and it's probably because all the big name artists were like,
I don't want to touch
this is
this.
a joke. Like this is beneath me.
And I
This
don't
is
want to
gonna
touch it
taint my
too.
career.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to. I don't like. I'm better than this.
Yeah.
Um, and that was an attempt for conservative. That was an attempt by conservatives to claim American culture as theirs. And given that, even if you ignore that they had a lot of bots in their stream, watching the live stream, it's
And
like
that they paid the audience. Those were all paid attendees. Those weren't.
yeah, it was like single digit millions compared to like 120 something million that watched
Well,
the
I
halftime
heard it was like
show.
4.5 or 5 million. Okay, first of all, 5 million, it actually is a
Yeah,
lot of people. Sure, whatever. But the whole
for a
point is,
YouTube stream, yes.
and yeah, exactly. You said it. For a
I would
YouTube
love
stream,
to have 5 million people listen to our show.
but also too, our show is not going to go over a football game.
Yes, we're not competing with the NFL. We're not competing with America's game. We know better.
And also, too, I don't think they understand optics. There's no such thing as bad publicity. You're shitting on a guy who's only going to be singing in Spanish the whole time, which he did. Guess what? Everyone's probably going to check it out, and everyone did. Was it great? No. No halftime show has been good since frickin' what? Michael Jackson? Really? Like, no, no. Like, the last great halftime show hasn't been in decades. We all know that,
Mhm.
though. But you made people watch it because you started saying heinous shit. And guess what? The majority of football fans are Hispanic. They just
Because
are. No, they just are. Let's be honest. You know who watches sports the most? Hispanic males. And
interesting.
no, think about it. Every Hispanic household I've gone to, there's always sports on the TV. Ever since in middle school, high school, doesn't matter what it is. It's just there's sports on the TV. It's football. It's football. Every Hispanic male in America is watching football. That means their wives are, their sons, their daughters, their girlfriends, their brothers, their homies, their primos, everyone. It's
Yeah.
football, and dude, and that's why I'm like, oh, dude. And then you made people watch it, and was it bad? Of course it was. It's a stupid halftime show, but guess what? We all watched it because of this shit, so it backfired. And guess what? I guarantee you, the next person we're gonna have K-pop now.
Oh, it's
They don't
only a
speak,
matter of time. It's
but
only a matter
no.
of time before we
And
get
guess what?
K-pop in the
Hey,
halftime
well, no,
show.
no. Think about it. We're gonna get those girls from the Demon Hunter movie on Netflix. This is a big ass.
Oh,
No,
oh
no.
yeah.
You know I'm right because you know
Hmm.
why? The Demon Hunter, whatever it's called on Netflix, was a
K-pop Demon
ridiculous.
Hunters.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. K-pop Demon Hunters. Huge, dumb success, like over the moon success,
Yeah.
where everyone is wanting the shirts, the toys, the merchandise. I heard there's a sequel. The actresses who sang the songs, who are in a K-pop band, are now big.
I was at a Walgreens just earlier today buying body wash, and I saw like a cardboard like booth
Cutout.
like
Yeah.
selling K-pop Demon Hunter posters.
Yes.
Just for
So
that movie. And
So what do you think's going to most likely, if you were to bet money, if you were a betting man, kind of referencing our past episode there, whose might be the halftime show? Oh yeah, an all-girl K-pop band. You know why?
yeah,
Everyone's going to watch it because everyone has talked about it, and now it's just opened the floodgate to like, dude, there's other artists out there. Hell, we might see British rappers now. Remember, I sent you a music video earlier this week of a British rapper music video.
mhm.
He could come up
Oh yeah.
next.
There's
That's what I'm
tons of
saying.
British
Like,
rappers.
it's just called music.
I mean, the NFL wants to expand globally,
They want to go to London.
and since it's a fucking I mean, you're talking about something that's specifically a Netflix movie. I mean, Netflix is showing football games now,
Yeah,
like NFL games. So like, I don't know, might
they're
be a
showing
matter of time
fights now. They're
before.
showing baseball. They're showing basketball.
Yeah, yeah. So who knows? It's just
It's called money.
anyway.
But
So
no, that's the
they
thing.
blew it. They I don't know what the thinking was, but the all American halftime
Quick
show.
money.
I guess, yeah, it sounds like a tax scam. And anyone that talked
Oh,
about
dude,
it
you know that's
talked
a good
about how
write-off.
bad it was.
You know that's a good write-off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um. Yeah. How bad and pointless it was. It was just all anyone could talk about it. And like nobody watched it
It
in
was
real life.
not, as Kid Rock likes to say, balls to the wall, a dang, ding a ling.
So this kind of leads to this idea of like, um,
Ding.
it's kind of creating this environment of like, nobody really cares. And now fast forward to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where up until that point, Donald Trump's poll numbers have just been in the gutter.
Yeah.
He idiotically started a war with Iran because Benjamin Netanyahu showed him a pretty slideshow that he liked, and now gas prices are through the roof, and soon prices of everything else is going to go through the roof, and the American economy is going to take a tumble. And as if Republican polling was not already bad enough, like they weren't already going to get demolished in the midterm. So like things are just looking bad. I mean his polling is like it's like the lowest you've ever seen. No president has ever been this bad in the polling. And then during the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which was held at like the Washington Hilton, which is where it's always been held, Trump goes there for the very first time because before then he couldn't go because he didn't like people making jokes about him, and that's
You know,
basically
the last
what.
time he went was when Obama made that joke at him.
Yeah, that was before he was president, and some say that was like the moment when he decided to run for president when
Yeah, because
Obama
Obama
made
made a
that
good
jab to
ass
him.
joke. It was a good jab.
Yeah.
And then he comes back after what? So that was like over a decade ago? Really?
Yeah, and then like the first term he was president, he didn't go because he doesn't like being made fun of. There's always like a star comedian at every one of these things, and
There always will be.
they're always making jokes about the president, and Trump
Oh,
is
dude, you should have.
easy fodder for jokes, and he obviously couldn't go, couldn't handle it. This is the first year he went, and some some teacher from Torrance,
A
uh,
Christian.
yeah,
I read his
with
we've all read his
basic,
manifesto now. He's a Christian man. If I'm not
yeah, and
mistaken.
judging by his Twitter activity, he wasn't really all that radical in his politics at all. Like he was kind of a shit lib, like a Hassan Piker hating shit lib. He decided I'm gonna make a run for it, with
For the sake of
a
my students.
yeah, and I'm gonna try to take a shot at the president and everyone in his administration, except for Kash Patel. He apparently made a point to single out Patel as being not a target. I don't know why. Patel was very instrumental in covering up the Epstein files.
Maybe he thinks
Um,
he'll drink himself to death.
um, and it went nowhere. Apparently, shots were fired. Allegedly, I think one of the Secret Service agents was shot, but had a
Yeah,
bulletproof vest
allegedly,
on.
but he was able to walk to the ambulance by himself.
Well,
Was
he
what
probably had a Kevlar vest on or something.
he walked by himself, like by himself to the ambulance.
Hmm.
No one was with him. Like he literally just got up. The report is he like, he got shot. He got up by himself and walked by himself. Like he didn't have anyone with him.
Okay.
You get what I'm
Well,
saying? Like when a cop gets shot, either with a bulletproof vest or not, his buddies are with him all the way to the ambulance.
yeah.
You get what I'm
So I
saying?
Yeah, so whatever. They caught the
Oh, and did you hear
guy.
they lost the bullets, right?
Yeah, there's also a lot of questions about like what weapon did he use?
He had a shotgun and
How
a
many
9 mil on
shots
him.
did he fired and
They
things that kind
lost
of
the bullets. Travis, they
yeah.
lost the ballistics. They've literally said on national TV they disappeared.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a rotten administration. It rots everything. This is
Oh,
the
by the
same.
way, to go into it further, he Naruto'd run past everyone.
I know. I know. Yeah, that footage is like crazy. Just he just goes meow, and then the second what?
And by the way, remember the footage shows three Secret Service members firing. Apparently, they missed all those clips. The guy came out unscathed. The shooter was not
That's the
shot
best part. He's alive,
with no injuries except for being put on the floor.
which means he could testify in court. He will be put on trial.
If he makes it,
He's going to mount a defense,
if he
probably if
makes
he
it,
pleads not guilty.
yeah.
Um,
But think about that. They couldn't aim. Not only that, they couldn't aim. He didn't get shot at all.
yeah,
And also, too, so much more footage is showing coming out. Even Fox News showed it that they actually found him beforehand and they let him out. They let him go.
before he made the run for it.
That exact footage of the run through the door, if you rewind it back a bit, and that's the funny part. Again, Fox News showed this. A canine unit confronted him and let him by.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm not joking. The footage is there with a dog, a man
It's
with a German Shepherd confronted him and was like, okay, he's fine. And then a second later, he runs out. The shotgun was already out. He wasn't hiding the shotgun anywhere. The shotgun was out. So a man, an armed officer of the law, saw the guy, shotgun out, and was like this. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Think about that. Think about that alone.
Yeah.
If they don't care, why should
If
I?
they don't care, why should we? I mean, there were so many funny things from that. The JD Vance being able to rush out first while
Not rushed
Trump.
out first, taken out first.
Yeah, yeah, like they grabbed him and then,
First, and then they grabbed the president.
able-bodied mid-40s male JD Vice President JD Vance was able to rush out of there. Meanwhile, 80 something fat stroking out Donald Trump was like "Mm."
He
And then
fell.
I think that yeah, and he fell as they were leaving and I just it was so funny like the it's like Secret Service knows that they can't rush him out
Well,
because if they tackled him, the fall might actually kill him more
I'm
likely than
surprised.
the bullet.
I'm surprised they didn't pick him up and run. That would have been hilarious.
It's gonna be like 300 pounds or something.
Oh, I know. Oh, and then what was it? RFK Jr. just didn't move at all. So it's like, oh wow, I guess it is in the blood. Guess it's just genetics. You guys just don't know how to keep your head down at all. Cash Patel didn't go into action. He's the FBI director. He just sat there like this.
Yeah, he's not a real law enforcement agent anyway.
Dana White thought it was the coolest thing since prom.
Yeah, then the reaction is like people are getting out. Like the three that came to mind, there was Dana White, who was like, "Yeah, this freaking awesome! I couldn't believe it." Like he's acting like he had just come out of an action movie. It's like, dude, someone just tried to shoot you guys. What, like that? Unserious. Like to quote Succession, "You are not serious people."
No.
With him, there was that one journalist lady who was like posting a selfie with a duck face, is like, "I just got evacuated because of a
Hmm.
shooting that happened."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. James
this
Gunn's
is
Superman's pretty too aging well already.
yeah, it's just like a Miss Tessmacher taking a selfie
When
while like in the initial fight.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
like isn't it crazy how James Gunn's Superman keeps being relevant?
Yeah, then there's like Olivia Reingold's video from the Free Press, another fake journalist who's like, "My knees are shaking." Right, like this is as it's happening. She's
Yeah.
like filming herself, and it's like, "My knees are shaking right now. I can't believe what's happening." And then someone commented, first rule of journalism, you should point the camera at the thing that's actually happening, not at yourself."
Yeah.
But
Oh, and
everyone wants to be an Instagram influencer now. It's all about me. It's all about
yes,
my
it is. It's all
vanity.
about self-promotion, which remember we talked about this. I forget what episode, but we said Instagram used to be about sharing stories and all that. Now it's just self-promotion.
Well, this entire administration is
It's
about
self-promotion.
self-promotion, and
Yeah.
this is why my I believe my assessment was incorrect that they could mobilize the way the Nazis did
Nope.
in the 30s because in the 30s, I mean, we've seen the
Well, you
movie.
know what?
The
Sorry.
movie Downfall demonstrates this. It was all
Oh yeah.
about
It's a death
it.
cult.
It was difficult. It was all about subscribing to the vision of Nazism and Adolf Hitler, and those guys were right down to the end. They were devoted to Hitler. Like there's that scene
Yes.
where Magda
See,
Goebbels is like
yeah.
chugging on his legs, like, "Please, my fellow,
But
leave!
but
Don't kill
here's the
yourself."
thing. There's two reasons why. I mean, I know there's multiple, but let's do just two obviously big reasons why the German people like that, and that's why we had, a great, by the way, a technologically advanced country like overnight compared to what's happening here. One, their leader was a vet.
Oh yeah, well that yeah
Hitler was a
they
veteran.
were
Hitler
all
was a,
vets. They were all shell
no,
shocked
hit, no,
vets.
no, but Hitler specifically was a veteran of World War One. So we can't keep comparing Trump to Hitler because
No,
Trump is a draft dodger. Hitler was a fucking veteran. He fought in
yeah,
the trenches. He saw his own men die. He survived. He killed men. And then two, compared to here in America, which is kind of bringing up the way a lot of Republicans say how people talk about this country negatively. It's like, okay, fine. Germany was actually in shambles. Germany was actually a poverty-stricken, crumbled third world country after World War One, where you had to weigh your money to get bread.
yeah.
That's not happening. That
Germany
didn't.
was begging for a radical movement to
Yeah,
take over
this
their
wasn't
country.
happening during the 2016 campaign run.
No,
We were not in that. We had a debt. We had poverty. We did not have that level of like, oh, it's 10 pounds of right marks to get a loaf of bread.
yeah.
So don't.
I
So
mean, we
that's
could be getting there
no,
soon with
no,
the
no.
way
I,
things are
I
going,
know.
but
So, yes, we could be getting there soon, but I'm saying in 2016, we were not there. Like you
yeah,
can't.
we this government is not run by like a generation of psycho military vets that were desensitized to mass death and therefore were conditioned to
And
carry out
also
more mass death on their end. This is an administration of grifters and self-promoters and
car
looters.
salesman,
These are
car
people that are
salesman.
just using everybody in that administration. They feign loyalty to Trump, but they're just using their position in the White House as self-promotion to raise their status.
His money.
It's all self-interest.
Yes.
And when Trump goes, whether
Who
through
knows?
God or through terming out, um, they're gonna take their money and go somewhere else. Every single one of them.
Because money,
So yeah.
income. It's income. And we saw,
Hmm.
I mean, hell, hey, Travis, if we were at okay, let's say you and I, because we want to make this big, we're at a big podcasting event, nice black tie, and there's a mass shooting. Are we going to stay around to grab all the alcohol?
Probably not.
Someone did the math. Almost 20 grand of alcohol was taken. People were stealing bottles of alcohol after the shooting. That old guy was just eating his salad, and his defense was, "Well, I'm a germaphobe, and also too, the salad just finally showed up, and I had to eat." So he's eating it while shots are being fired. It's like, what the hell's going on?
It's like okay, you guys didn't think you were in
And
any
then,
real
and here's
danger,
the
you know?
thing: did you know, like, if the and as Cash Patel kept saying, a lot of people who were there, which to me is a big security risk. You shouldn't have the entire cabinet there. That's a lot of national security risks to have that many names and big status government officials at one location. That's never actually happened before.
If okay, if that's never happened, I don't know how that usually works. I surely
It's
they gotta had
they
a
don't
like
put
some
everyone there.
designated survivor to like
They
hang
don't
out
put
in the
everyone there like they did. That's one of
no.
the things that was talked about. They said that was a lot of political officials there of high-ranking status. That has never happened before at these events. That's a security risk. And then what happened about 20 minutes later? Oh, we got them all back in a smaller room to talk about what happened as a press conference.
Yeah, that's like they went back to the White House briefing room and or
And they
the
didn't
yeah, like the
separate
press briefing
people.
room.
They didn't separate people. They didn't hunker people in safety areas and all that like you do.
Yeah, and
Also,
what did they talk about there? They
ballroom.
said
We
this
need a
is
ball.
why we need to build the Epstein ballroom.
Hmm. And
Not
now
any talk about like
unity.
we need to come together.
This man
Political
will,
violence is not
or hell,
acceptable.
or hell,
The radical left has gone crazy. No, no, no. It's
yeah,
we have to build the ballroom, get those judges off our backs so that we can build my special ballroom with
and it
all
is
the gold
an
crap
underground
that I
bunker,
oh yeah.
and now it's
Um
officially happened. No more private donors. We're paying for it now, Travis. Lindsey Graham was behind it. It is taxpayers' money are officially funding the construction of the ballroom.
and so when you see that, Chris, you think ballroom, you think upper class shit.
It
Everyone
is.
thinks like
I've
elite
been to the Reagan
class.
Library. I went to the Reagan Library for my prom. Yeah, it's upper class shit.
Yeah, like if you're able to have your own ballroom, that's considered like a mark of status. So it's like when you see all these Republican politicians in the same plus John Fetterman in the same group chat being like and apparently I'm not joking about the group chat. According to one of Elon Musk's baby mamas, the one who's been most outspoken, Ashley Sinclair, she's been like, "Oh yeah, these guys are all in the same group chat where they get like their propaganda marching orders from the administration." That is like
You know what that
legitimately
sounds
how that
like?
works.
You know what that sounds like?
Hmm.
The exact same thing George Carlin said. These are the same people who go to the same golf courses,
Yep.
part of the same clubs, part of the same committees. They went to the same colleges. These are like-minded interest people pushing their agenda because they work and know each other. They're all drinking buddies. What was that famous line we like to say, you and I? It's a small club.
And you ain't in
Mhm.
it. Yeah, so like they're all saying like ballroom, 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 and you'd think the obvious, of course, this is everything about this just feels weird. And I'm not saying that the official stories that they're putting out are all false. I'm not going to jump immediately onto the false flag bandwagon. But this is an administration that has lied for years. They've not just lied, because many administrations and government officials are dishonest to the
Oh
American
yeah,
people about something or another. It's the vibrato of how they lie, the absolute
lack of
dismissal
decorum,
of the truth,
lack
like
of
to the
decorum too.
lack of decorum, like to the point where people in the MAGA movement, deep down, they know that Donald Trump is a liar. They know this.
Oh, it's actually
They
getting
don't
worse. They
care,
know. They
but
know.
they
Yeah,
know. And it's like there's no hiding. Like they don't even bother like hiding it or saying otherwise. So,
that's the
you
thing.
know,
They
and,
feel
and
that
so
emboldened. They don't have to hide it
it's
anymore.
leading people and I'm like I don't trust I've gotten to the point where I'm like I don't trust anything the FBI says. Not this FBI. Not this FBI, not this Department of Justice or Homeland Security. I we're all like taking everything that comes out of the federal government with a grain of salt. Because we're just like, I don't believe it. There's a catch. You're hiding something.
Yep.
You
Because
only
they're
want and like even under a Republican president, even like George W. Bush, I never, I would not have felt this compelled to be like, even under Trump one, where I'm like, I never went to a point where I was like, you know, well, everything, this sort of like, just blanket, I don't trust everything.
yeah.
But I'm at that point now, and so is a lot of people. It's so bad that Trump's approval rating fell after someone tried to shoot him for at least the third time that we know of, for sure. Um, it's like the third time we, the first time it was shocking, and I think part of it is because someone actually died, and Trump got hit with something in his ear, and it was bloody, and it was shocking to look at. And then, then there was the time at the golf course, which was soon afterwards. Um, but this time, like nobody died. They caught the killer. He's fine. He's in custody. He's gonna face trial. Great.
Oh yeah, he
And
got in that
nobody likes
courtroom
this
real
president
quick.
anyway. So if anything, I've seen it online being like, man, I wish he had run just a little bit faster. I've seen people say that.
You know what? Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so going back with Charlie, how people are getting fired for saying, "Good, I'm glad he's dead," or like he deserved it, or he was an evil asshole, or I hope he rots in hell. People got fired over that at Charlie Kirk, or quote unquote canceled. Hell, Jimmy Kimmel like really almost lost like his job for a bit, right? He was on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
suspension.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've heard from a lot of specifically because of what you and I do. So Republican influencers, YouTubers, podcasters saying, we can't to be able to say out loud, I hope this person dies. That's horrible. That's disgusting. Like, I don't even say that, blah, blah, blah. I've heard for specifically like Brett Cooper talking about that a lot. I'm like, okay, the fact that you think this is new is hilarious because Robin Williams, um, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Daniel Tosh, Ralphie May, Bill Hicks,
Hmm.
they've all been saying it. Every stand-up comic, by the way, since the beginning of time in America, where stand-up comics are, have all made a joke about wouldn't it be nice if this politician died? Rodney Dangerfield's done it.
Hmm.
They've all done. This isn't new. Don't be all baffled that some well-known stand-up quote unquote has been comic on a late night show. Like, okay, even Jimmy Kimmel when he talked about Melania Trump saying she has the glow of an expected widow. It's like those jokes have been happening since the 60s, bro. You know how many stand-up bits George Carlin has started where he says, I hope people die. I love hearing when people get shot. And you know what the crowd's
Yep.
doing when he says that?
They're clapping.
They're losing their minds with hysterical laughter.
Yeah.
Ralphie May has said. George Lopez said that about I forget his name, but about a specific Arizona senator once, and the crowd went crazy. So this isn't new, by the way. When a famous celebrity of any kind says, "Wouldn't it be nice if he died, or if the shooter was a little faster?" It's been happening for decades.
Yeah.
So this isn't new. And there's one comedian, I forget his name, and I know if my dad hears this, he's gonna be like, I can't believe you forgot him. He's a comedian who likes to yell a lot. Say, say it. Ah. He's been saying death to during his run in the '80s. That comic, he's been saying, "I hope a lot of people die for all." Like it's
Mhm.
nothing new. So I want to say this: don't act shocked, people, and clutch your pearls when you
Yeah.
hear a famous. I'm looking him up right now because I want to actually say this guy's name. Who say they hope a politician or a person dies. Don't be clutching your pearls about that stuff because you know why? It's been happening for decades. It's been happening for as long as anyone can remember laughing. Oh, Sam Kinison.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
new.
yeah, yeah.
It's nothing new. That the big pantheon of comics have been saying jokes about people dying. You know what George Carlin had the crazy insanity to do on September 12th?
What do you say?
He opened up a New York. He was in sorry, he was in Las Vegas opening up a bit, and he said, "You know what makes me happy?" Which, by the way, he's been saying this bit for 20 years already. It's a famous bit he
Mm.
does where he starts off by saying, "You know what makes me happy when I turn on the news and hear a bunch of people died at once." He said that on September 12th, 2001. So it's like no. Get your thumb out your ass,
Mhm.
undo your pearls. This is nothing new. It's called comedy. South
Well,
Park's been doing it for years.
here's the thing. I get this feeling like a lot of people are not like more even less people are clutching their pearls than
Good.
expected. The
It's
fact
called
that like there was like a I think it was like was it YouGov? I think it was like this was like a did a poll on Trump's approval rating and it was like 22%. This is after the White House Correspondents' Dinner incident.
well,
And it's
because it's
like
such
and it was
bullshit.
a dip from before. And
Yes.
so it's like usually when the president gets attacked or a presidential candidate gets attacked, there's like a boost in sympathy, kind of like when Reagan was shot at. It's
Oh, oh
like
no, when he
Trump
was shot.
is,
Oh no, when Trump was shot the first time
yeah,
in Butler. Yes.
yeah. And it just shows like he is that unpopular
Well,
in
because
this
look what he's
country.
done.
He is that much of a, like, you have to be that much of a fuck up as a president for someone to try to take a shot at you
And no
and
one
for the
cares.
rest of America to be like, eh, whatever.
Well, because look
Again,
at Travis. Look at the state of look at this. Look at the state of where we're at. It's confirmed that we killed those almost 200 schoolgirls.
Yep.
This war was started because, oh, we can't let them have a nuke. Well, I thought you already destroyed their nuclear operations. Well, they could still build it. Well, then why are we attacking them? And as Pete Hegseth has said recently during his Congress hearing, we're basically doing this because we want to destroy ambition,
Yeah.
Iranian ambition. So we're at war with ambition, which is like, Jesus, I thought The Wire was already trying to be on the fucking needle on the wire kind of thing, but Jesus. And then we have
Yeah.
that. We have gas prices going up. Our Patreon is, I know we joke about it, but the fact that gas is so expensive.
Yeah. A
Groceries are
gallon of gas
expensive.
is more than what we're asking for our
Groceries
patrons.
are expensive. Clothing is expensive. Food's expensive. Rent is going up. Heat's going up. Electricity is going up. Everything we know is going up. We have to work our asses off to make the bare minimum. But then again, if we go to apply for a rental, we have to have almost 2 to 3 months worth of rent or making 3 times as much as the rent, where it's like, we can't all make six figures.
Yeah.
Then the thing is this, and people will say, well, in the future we will be. We should never be the average six figures. That's when you know it's bad.
Yeah.
Like the fact that our parents were able to survive off 45K a year compared to us now. And then people are like, well, I live with this many roommates. Oh, I use this car. Oh, this and that. And you see how people are like, well, I'm trying to save money here. I save money there. That's why, first of all, that's why instant noodles are so popular because of how cheap it is. By the way, it's killing you, folks. Stop eating ramen. Stop eating cup of noodles. It's killing you. But no, that's why it's everything going on at once. And then the little things of like our daily life. The BS, we've talked about this, the BS with our television programming, our streaming services, our cable bills, now our video games. We're hearing all this
Yep.
BS with money, 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 money. Subscriptions, passwords, passwords, passwords. Do you have this card? Do you have this card? This membership, this, that, boom, 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 boom. Don't get mad if someone just is like, oh my God, I want a night out and they blow $50 on just food and a movie. Movie theaters are expensive, but then what's the point of going to a movie when in 3 months it's already on streaming? Did you know that Marty Supreme has been on HBO Max for a week now?
Yeah, I've been seeing commercials for
You get
that.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's all the little things being then brought down by big things. More warships are going in. Apparently, we talked about it before, but apparently we have 50,000 troops ready to go in Iran. We apparently have 45,000 in South Korea, which blows my mind. And apparently we have 43,000 in Germany.
Yeah, which we're pulling out,
We're pulling out only
apparently.
5,000.
Okay.
But you get what I'm saying? It's like, why do we have this many troops out? Why is this there? What's going on? We have ships still going in. We have bombardments happening. We're being attacked. Apparently, and they won't admit it, one of our carriers got attacked 3 weeks ago. That's
Hmm.
why it pulled out and why a new one's going in.
Yeah. And yeah,
Oh,
it's
and we're asking like, hey, are you ready to? Apparently our military is ready to decimate water plants and electric plants. That's war crimes. We've never attacked. We barely are. Have we ever attacked Iranian military? Or are we just attacking?
yeah, yeah, like we're just
That's why
this
people are mad. That's
yeah,
why.
every yeah. There's like, the death knell of this administration is basically upon us. It's just kind of running in place, like waiting, and we're all waiting to see just how much the Dems will overperform in November. I'm I'm hoping that the Schumers, Jeffries, Kirsten Gillibrands, the
There's a lot of Democrats who need to get the
DNC,
fuck out.
DSCC, and DCCC. I hope those entities, yeah, the Ken Martins types. I hope they don't find a way to sabotage this all for their undying love of Israel. Um,
Oh yeah,
but
and you,
in the meantime, yeah, like someone tried to shoot the president. Someone tried to shoot the president, which, if you think about it, like think about this institutionally. Someone trying to kill the president is someone trying to attack the president directly is effectively an attack on America
it is.
because the president is elected by the American people. That is how
Mhm.
America operates. Um, and therefore, to try to remove him unlawfully from the equation by lethal means um, is an attack on our institutions. It's an attack on America. It's an attack on the stability of the American Republic. This should be this should be a
Alarming.
bigger deal. Like I like like I hate to think of Trump like equating Trump as like America in that respect, but it does make sense. Like that is technically correct. Um, this should be a much bigger deal, and it's not.
It's not. Hey, well, remember what you said when the Venezuelan president got kidnapped? You said, God, I don't like Trump, but if it happened to Trump, I'd be freaking out. Remember you
Yeah,
said that.
yeah.
That's the same thing. But
Hmm.
no one cares because they didn't care. I mean, did you know that, by the way, because it's coming out more, the security was abysmal, if not even there.
Yeah, and I see that, and it's that kind of stuff that makes people go think false flag, that this is not real, and like,
Well,
and
okay,
I don't want, and again, I'm like, or it could just be that this presidency is so freaking rotten,
that it just
like
trickles down.
it trickles down,
Yeah,
like
because
it affects the service, like the president is less safe because the Secret Service, he this
it's
whatever
stupid.
bullshit meddling is going on to make the government less good, that's inevitably going to affect everything,
Yes.
including Secret Service. So effectively, Trump and their cronies are making themselves less safe.
Do you know how many journalists have been saying that their IDs weren't even checked? By the way, and there's footage when people were walking into that specific little hallway for the dinner. The
Hmm.
security sensor for the metal detectors were all going off red. Everyone kept walking through. No one was stopped. No one was wanded. No one was patted down, checked. So many journalists have said, "Oh, I wasn't ID'd. I wasn't pat down. I wasn't given a retinal scanner. I wasn't checked for verification. I was just shuffled in." It's coming out. And here, okay, and I know how you and I've talked and you said like, "Hey, I'm very wary of conspiracy theories and I stay away with them because I saw your
Yep.
post." Let's say this, but let's just say it. Let's say it was staged. Let's just say, for just sake of argument, it was staged. Would it matter? That's where we're at. Would it matter?
That's the thing. It doesn't, because whatever, if the attempt was um this is how we're gonna get the ball. Like we're doing this so we can get the ballroom project. If that was the plan, um,
No one cares.
well, yeah, it's like, is it working? The what like what effect were they looking for?
So
Are
they
they
got the
trying
400, they got
to,
$400 million from us.
yeah, like, yeah, is it like just executive emergency funds, which I don't even know
Yes.
how
Yes,
that, okay.
it's under emergency funds. It's been made. We're paying for the ballroom now. It's not
So
by
I guess that would be it then, because if it was a plan to get the American people
on board.
to on board or to
No.
boost sympathy for the president after such bad polling, that if that was the plan, that was a failure. Because if anything, it just made people hate Trump more. Because it's almost like if it happens a third time, if it happens to you a third or fourth time, whatever, maybe the problem is just you.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
you just suck that badly.
can we go a little deeper with this? Because
Yeah.
to show about how like doesn't matter, and it's been proven. And you and I talked about this. The picture of the shooter people have seen online with him in an IDF sweatshirt. Let's say that wasn't AI generated. Let's say that was
Yeah. Which,
actually
by the
true.
way, that was AI.
No, no,
That
no,
was
saying no.
fake.
It is fake, folks. But let's say, for the sake of this argument, it's true. Gives a fuck. Does it
Okay.
matter? No, it doesn't matter. Travis, really, if it's true, does it matter?
Yeah.
People have been saying for almost 2 years this is the United States of Israel because of how much money we keep sending to this fucking country. Does it matter? Does
Yep.
any of this shit matter? I am so glad I'm financially stable enough right now that I know I can weather the storm with my family. But Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
what I hear at work, what I see looking around, what I'm seeing with prices. I mean, dude, blueberries are 2 pounds of blueberries are almost $8. It's been like that for almost 2 months.
Don't tell my dog that. He
Thank God,
loves those
thank
berries.
God the strawberries are still under $5. Thank God
Hmm.
there's still some food that we work on that we get it. But at the same time, we shouldn't be doing what my grandparents did. You know what my grandparents did at the early part of their marriage? Because, that's when our grandparents really lived through tough times in the 40s and 50s. Still, yes, we had won World War
God.
II, but there's still some economics trying to rebuild.
Oh, like, well,
Like,
my grandfather was like poor,
yeah,
like so
yeah.
fucking poor. They didn't have a refrigerator. They had to bury their meat to keep
Good.
it
So my
trick.
grandparent, so that's Texas, right? That's your Texas
That
grandparents,
was
right?
in Arkansas,
Okay,
Polk
Arkansas.
County, Arkansas.
Okay,
Population
that Arkansas.
20,000.
Okay. Mine still living in California. I forget where specifically, but in California, when they were just starting off as a couple, they ate beans and potatoes every day for months.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that conversation of people say where it's like, hey, well, don't eat out as much. Okay, I won't. Well, don't eat out expensively. Okay, I'll go cheap. Well, just buy certain things at the grocery store. Okay, I'll cut out soda. We're coming down to the point where we're going to hear our government say, hey, oh, actually, we did hear it. For
Oh yeah, they're
$15,
doing that. They're trying to like give us
what was
bullshit
it? What was
economic
it?
diets.
For $3, a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, a piece of corn tortilla, and something else. For $3 a day. No. You live off that, you piece of shit. I know you're still eating steak. So no,
Yeah.
thankfully I'm still able to feed my wife and my sons and my parents because we all work together. And I'm not embarrassed to say it. Yeah, I live with my folks. All six of us live together. Because you know why? That's smart. But at the same time, more people are going to be forced to do that. Mine was a choice to live in community. People are going to start being forced to live together in large numbers because it's getting insane.
Yeah.
It's getting stupid. And also, too, we noticed that too. Guess what? Did you hear how much Coachella was this year? Like insanely expensive? No, did you really? I'm being
I've
serious.
I don't know. I figured it's always been expensive. I've
No, did
never
you
had the
know?
desire to go.
Hold on. The reason why Coachella was started in, I think, the late 90s or early 2000s, whenever it first happened, the Coachella was made as a combat to expensive price tickets that were already happening in the early 2000s. Do you know how much food was at Coachella this year? It was all starting at almost $100.
Jesus Christ.
That's not the tickets. That's just to eat. Remember, in Coachella, you can't bring in your own food.
Yeah, see, I just further disincentivizes me to ever go to that
But think
festival.
about
It
that.
just
That's an American event. Coachella is an
yeah,
American
it's a
event,
big deal.
even Stagecoach. But prices are stupid. Prices everywhere are stupid. Movie
Mhm.
ticket prices are almost 20 bucks a head unless if you go on a Tuesday at
At
9
least in
a.m. It's
California, it is. Yeah.
but still,
Hmm.
it's prices everywhere. Netflix has raised their prices again.
Yep.
The CEO of Xbox wants to put ads in our video games to help with pricing. But guess what? The next Xbox is going to cost $1,500. So that's why it's just this whole thing of like, you guys don't obviously care about the common person who votes for you. Because we've seen what's going on with, you brought up Arkansas, the farmers in Arkansas and the other parts of the middle of the country who are mostly red are getting fucked in the ass right now because
Hmm.
no one's helping them. And most of the
They need
stuff
fertilizer.
they need everything. They need everything. They also need cheap labor.
Yep.
Cough, cough, cough. Migrant workers. Because Americans aren't going to pick food.
I wanna. I wanted to conclude on this note. I think it's kind of a bittersweet full circle moment.
This used to be a buck 99, by the way. It's 350.
Your Foster's oil can that
Yeah,
you're
sorry.
drinking
I'm
out of
sorry.
right now.
For those who are on YouTube, I'm holding up my Foster's oil can, which I've been drinking this entire season.
Yeah.
A can every season. They've gone up in price steadily.
Hmm.
Everything's going up in price.
Oof.
We've seen it with In-N-Out. We've seen it with Wendy's. We've seen it with liquor store prices. We've seen it with our gum. We've seen it with books, everything.
Yep.
I just bought some DC comics, but I bought the compact version because it's cheaper. I didn't get the normal size, nice size one that we all have. I got a
Yeah.
smaller version only because it's cheaper. Because it's like I want to read, but damn it, I'm not going to pay the 20 bucks anymore. I'm going to
Hmm.
pay $8. Well, it's smaller. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's smaller. I don't get to see the artwork as big anymore, but oh, fucking well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
same,
It's good that DC's doing that.
but that they have to do that.
They have to, and yeah. But yep, that's the way things are. I want to conclude with the full circle
Please
moment
conclude.
here. So also this week, um, the ownership of the conspiratorial media company InfoWars has fully transferred to The Onion, an epilogue to a long, long saga that began when we were in high school when Sandy Hook got shut up. We were both in high school
Oh,
when that happened,
yeah, I remember that day. And
and everyone
Alex
was
Jones
sad
is
and
just a piece.
miserable. This is before we all got jaded to the fact that mass shootings were just going to be a thing forever and ever in
Yeah,
America.
when we heard that after lunch, 23 toddlers were murdered or
Yes,
gunned down, that was dark. I was like, Jesus Christ.
that was like when everyone checked their because it was lunchtime on the West Coast.
We didn't do
That's like when
class.
everyone checked their phones
Yeah,
afterwards.
we
Yeah,
went to drama class the next thing and we didn't check anything. We just were looking at our phones like, Jesus H. Christ, what is wrong? What's going
yeah.
on
What?
here?
Well, yeah, and then Alex Jones
A piece of shit.
did Alex Jones shit and was claiming that it was. I remember it was fashionable to do that, but every time there was a mass shooting, claim it was like a false flag
Hmm.
by
They're
the
all
government.
actors.
It was a big thing during the Obama administration. Like every time there's a big mass shooting, just claim it was a false flag, that the government did this so that they could try to take our guns away. My God, do I miss simpler times. Um, so Alex Jones did this, and he went really far as to allege that the kids were not even dead, and that the parents were just playing like pretending government agents, crisis actors. That was the term they used a lot. Yeah, they're all just crisis actors. I remember memes that like conservatives would post on Facebook that would be like, "See this brunette girl? Well, she was also here at this other shooting. This crying brunette girl." And it's like, that could just be a different girl. Like a lot of the white brunette girl. They're a dime a dozen. It could just be the same girl. Also, how do I even know those two pictures are from are from the two events that you say it is? But classic boomer mean shit. Um, and Alex Jones got sued the fuck out by the Sandy Hook parents because the Sandy Hook parents were being harassed by InfoWars fans, alleging that they
At
were
the
evil people.
funerals of their dead children.
Yeah, saying like your child's not dead.
while they
You
were
know,
burying their child.
yeah, some of those people had to move out of town, and like I think some even had to change their identity, like
Some
change
of
their
them were no,
names.
some of them were attacked physically.
Yeah, it got so bad that like they had to like come together and sue InfoWars, and the lawsuit dragged for a long time. Dear God, it took so long for that shit to
Yeah,
play out.
because
And I
Alex
think what
Jones called on his buddies to help him out.
because Alex Jones couldn't help himself, he didn't do the smart thing, which is to keep his fucking mouth shut or maybe try to settle and apologize. No, he rambled on air, kept going on, feigning persecution, and just digging a bigger hole for himself. And then finally, he lost his case. He was forced to pay a fuck ton of money um,
No wonder
in
he's divorced.
damages.
No wonder he's been divorced, I think, twice.
Yeah,
He's a piece of shit human being.
and in order to do that, he had to sell his company. He had to sell
The Onion. And
InfoWars.
the Onion got it.
And the freaking Onion, the great American print institution, The Onion, bought out InfoWars. I remember that was announced like a couple years ago. I was worried it wasn't going to happen because then Elon Musk chimed in being like, "Hold on, I might offer a better bid." I don't know where that went. Apparently nowhere. InfoWars own or Onion, The Onion owns InfoWars now.
Yeah. And they're just
And
making a mockery of him now. That's just what they're doing.
and they tapped they tapped Tim Heidecker to run InfoWars, of which he did the obvious thing when he started saying, doing a presentation in an Alex Jones impression where he's just talking like this all the time.
He
And
was drinking blood. Remember that? He was, I'm drinking blood right
oh,
now. Real blood. Real
this
blood.
is real blood right here, real human blood. I don't know how you can do that. My throat hurts trying to do that
Hey,
impression. I don't know how you can do it.
Travis, if you're being paid, you can do it.
You must have to smoke a lot to talk like that. Um, so I find that I find that bittersweet. Because I'm glad that the Infowars as we know it is gone. I mean, its relevance was not what it used to be up to this point anyway, but I'm glad it's gone, and I'm glad there's a firm, poetic end that a satire print organization bought it out and is just going to use it. As Tim Heidecker puts it, he wants to use it to platform smaller comedic voices. So he wants it to be
Good.
like
I
a
want more
comedian
stand-up.
farm.
Hey, I want it to be. The young comics are good right now. I've been listening to some of them, man.
Yeah. And I think that's the using it to make people laugh deliberately is going to be a net positive for the world. Where I think it's bittersweet is that I feel like a lot of the damage that
It's
InfoWars
done.
has done has been done.
Hmm?
I think about how Trump appeared on Alex Jones's show when he first campaigned for president for 2016, fully solidifying that he was going to be the presidential candidate for conspiracy weirdos,
Yes.
right wing conspiracy weirdos, and how that like part of the many chickens that have come home to roost now of like we are post truth, we we embrace conspiracy theories, and it's not confined to the right anymore. It's everybody.
Yeah.
And the White House Correspondents' Dinner incident has proven this. That just like we have succumbed to the apathy that allows us to believe, that allows us to come to the point of, I don't think that's real. I don't think I don't I just intrinsically don't believe anything they're saying about this.
Nope.
I think there's more to this. Um, I don't even know if like how much of it is even paranoid. I think it's just apathy.
It's
And I think
fatigue. It's even fatigue. How much more?
that's a even better word for it. Fatigue. Yes, I think that's a
There's
thank you. That's a much better word for it.
there's so much bullshit we've been seeing just this past since Charlie Kirk's assassination. There's so much bullshit where for Charlie Kirk again, when we first heard he was assassinated, I woke up from napping and I'm like, oh my God. And I got a hold of you as quick as he could. And you're like, oh my God. Within 24 hours, it was like what? Wait, hold on.
and
Why
this
why are they hiding stuff from the police?
and this
Why
on top
wasn't there
of
security? There was no medic on staff?
yeah, And this on top of everything else. Well, it's not just InfoWars. Fox News, or all the damage it has caused, and it's still around. You know, lying, saying that climate change is a hoax, saying that there
I mean,
were WMDs in Iraq. The
we never went to the
amount of
moon. Or even
want to
worse,
get
even
real
worse.
crazy with it.
No, no,
Yes.
no, even worse. Their constant attacks of like, can you believe the new Little Mermaid? Can you believe this new Disney
Oh
project?
yeah.
Can you? It's like this, dude. You're making people want to go see it. Like, just don't talk about it.
Yeah. All the yeah, just
Just grifting, grifting,
constant
grifting
lie. You will just constant lying
to the
to
point where you
get
lost
America.
Tucker. Your lying got so bad you lost Tucker Carlson
The
and
2020
Megyn
election
Kelly.
lies, the bending over backwards to justify everything regarding Israel, and which that now we're moving into the Democrats on this one as well. Like
Oh God, yeah, both
it's
of
just
them.
it's just
Both.
like there
Oh,
the
or
level
worse.
of institute. This is a rot that's been building over decades. The level of institutional distrust, and I feel like the White House Correspondents' Center was like the is kind of the moment where
Totally
we all
shit.
kind of see the social results of it being
Um,
eh
and
whatever
Travis, you forgot about
eh.
also another big thing too that they've been lying about. It's been as of time of recording, which when this episode's release, the time of recording now, it's been 92 days since that last batch of
Oh
files.
yes, and the
It's been
Epstein files.
it's been
How
92
could I
days.
forget about the Epstein?
When this episode comes out, it'll be 95. We're going to be at 100 days before our next episode release, Travis. I We don't care if what was it? Jim Jeffries said it perfectly back in I think 2002. There's a level of fame in America here you can reach where you get to fuck a kid.
Yep. So
This is where we're at. So there's
that
the
that is
BS,
where we're at.
the constant wanting to divide us more and more when we're all on the same side, really. It's
That
just
is where we're at, everybody.
no one cares. You know what I
And
feel
on
like?
that,
I feel like the question from DC Comics.
oh,
I feel like the question. I literally feel like the question with this shit. It's like I can't trust anything. I'm fucking just trying to pick away at it, splitting hairs. Because like, how can I believe any of this shit? I can believe anything, trust anything, support anything. Pink Floyd was right. You cannot trust the government at all in any way, shape, or form. Ruby Ridge, Waco. Now this.
and on that
No.
happy note,
Wow. Like you
thank you
said,
for listening and watching, everybody. Um, we yeah, thank you for sticking with us.
we love you.
We love you.
We're
We hope we
on
hope we get you.
we're
Yeah,
on
we're on all the
Spotify.
things.
We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on RSS. We're on YouTube so you can see us. We're on Instagram. Please follow, like, and subscribe. We're on Twitter, or the platform formerly known as Twitter. Please follow, like, and subscribe. TikTok.
We're,
Follow, like, and subscribe.
we're on
And
every
then,
single platform except for Grinder.
exactly. But hey, after you finish watching this episode, folks, tune into Patreon because we just got a brand new episode right now.
Yeah, come check it out, guys.
It's only $5. We're still cheaper than gas, which is so sad.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm Tom.
I'm Travis.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bye-bye.